So we have my snow carpet python litter that finally arrived. I got the mama here. This is our double het snow. She is het for albino and het for axanthic. Axanthic is the gene that removes yellow and red pigment. You know, it's interesting because this is mama and daddy is right there and there watching on. They both look pretty much the same. And there's some interesting controversy about the axanthic gene lately. You know, the axanthic gene we always thought was a recessive, meaning that you need 2 copies of it to exhibit axanthinism, which is the removal of, really it's the removal of yellow, but it also, in snakes, these snakes tends to remove red too. Now, this girl, if you notice, she's not axanthic obviously because she's a carrier, but she actually does have a little bit of axanthic qualities to her. Because what they're saying now is that axanthic gene is probably more than likely an incomplete dominant, meaning that when you have 1 copy of it, you get a little bit of axanthism. When you have 2 copies, you get the full black and white snake. So I bred this girl last year. I got one viable egg, which turned out to be an albino, and I still have the snake the thing doesn't eat. It's like something, I don't know why I have to force feed it every single meal it eats. It's still alive, it's very healthy, but it doesn't eat. I don't know what his problem is. So this year, this girl made up in spades for what she didn't do last year. She had 39 eggs. You guys are gonna get to see all the babies. They're super cool, and I'm gonna show you all the different gradations of what we got in this litter. They haven't shed out yet, but I was so excited by the litter, I wanted to show you guys what I got. So once again, this is a real mature carpet python. She's a 2013, so she's 5 years old. And this is, it seems like the carpets do breed better when they're a little older. And I think in the future, I'm gonna wait a little longer with mine before I even try to breed them. But she's a sweetheart, she's a great eater. She's a really good snake, very healthy. I can't be happier with her. As you can tell, when they get old, they get the nice big head. I love that big head that these carpets get. And she's got a great pattern. And once again, for a genotype that's basically double het for snow, but a phenotype, which what you're seeing, which is visually nothing, she's still a beautiful snake. And so let's go take a look at her babies. All right, guys, here it is. Double het to snow to double het snow. Let's see what we got. I got them in this tub. I actually had paper towels down, but I'm just cleaning them right now because they did a lot of pee-pees and poopies. So you can see a whole host of variety. We got 39 babies in here, awful lot. And I guess we should probably just like start with, you know, what I can consider probably a double het snow. This is not going to be a visual. This is, you can see they're red. The red ones, that's what they look like when they're born, like kind of regular carpet pythons. I don't really know what the source of the axanthic, I think it was a Papuan axanthic that they used, and they look red when they're born. So this more than likely is a possible, it's going to be, everything's going to be possible once again because we have, we bred double het snow to double het. So this is what we would call a 66% double het snow. So it's 66% het albino, 66% het axanthic. All right, now these guys are all, they're trying to, whoa, they're trying to leave home, and run away from home. So we have a bunch of different gradations. So we have this one that, like I said, these that with the red on them that are going to definitely probably be pos het snows. Then we're going to go to what I would call your axanthic looking, which is, this is going to be a visual axanthic. As you can see, all the red is gone. There's no red. It's a black and white snake essentially. And I would say this is a homozygous, 2 copies of the axanthic gene, and then it would be a pos het albino, 66%. Once again, we don't know because none of the parents were visual. So we have to just assume that it's 66%, and we'd have to just test it out, you know. You'd have to try to get lucky. Now, if you look, there's some gradations between the axanthic, okay, and the regular. Because once again, what if these snakes have 1 copy of the axanthic gene? What if they're actually het axanthic? You're going to get a little bit, oh, look, got bit already. You're going to get a little bit of the axanthic in there, but you're not going to get total axanthic. So I'm going to have to really analyze these snakes and really find out which ones are pure axanthics, which I think this one definitely is, and then which ones carry the gene for axanthism. Now the more exciting part of the litter is the albino versions, the albinos I got, because they're so variable, they're so different looking. Once again, I don't know if we're going to be able to control these guys. If you look at this albino, okay, and you compare it to this albino, there's a huge difference. I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but there's definitely a difference in this one. This one's got way more white in it, This one's way darker. I would say this is a conventional albino. This is really what albino looks like, a slightly darker red. This one already is starting to have a little bit more light in it, you know, which would tell me that possibly, you know, you would think, well, is it a snow? This is definitely not a snow, however, because I'll show you what a snow looks like. This is a homozygous snow right here, which we got one of, by the way, if you were wondering. So you can see the three different gradations. Now, if this is a snow and this is an albino, what's this? Is it possible that this is an albino that has that's het snow? In other words, has one copy of the axanthic gene, which would give it a little bit of axanthism, which would lighten the albino up a little bit. I don't know. There's no way to prove that until it's bred out. But I would tend to think that the albinos that are a little lighter than the conventional albinos, this being your conventional albino, would be the ones that are het snow. So they actually would visually show that they're het snow. And that would be super cool if my theory is correct. Now I'm going to talk to Nick Mutton about this. Nick probably watching this video. He can give me his insights better than anyone because he knows axanthics better than anyone. But that's my theory. My theory, once again, is that the visual het snows, the albino het snows, would be lighter than just the albinos that were not het axanthic. And I know it sounds a little confusing if you don't really understand the way it works, but like I said, if you look at these three albinos here, they look completely different. This I would venture to say is a snow because it's pretty white. And you got to remember, for those of you who don't really understand carpets, when they're first born, they're much darker. They actually lighten up over the course of a year until they get their true colors after about a year of life. So what we're seeing here is just like kind of a foreshadowing of what we're going to get. Now, I have a couple, I think I got 8 albinos altogether, which odds-wise I should have gotten 10 probably or around there, but that's not bad. That's not too bad. And once again, you can see there's a lot of variation in this litter. I got to go through them. I'm going to have to take pictures of them all eventually. They haven't even shed out yet, so I'm assuming there'll be a lot of change just when they shed out. Luckily, a lot of them are biting me, which is good, which hopefully means they'll be good feeders. So this was, once again, a really, really cool litter. This was my first real great carpet python litter. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the journey that I've put you on and talked about over the years. I finally got it. I know a lot of people are probably going to be hitting some snows this year. And once again, I could have, statistically, I should have gotten 2. And I think I only got 1. So, but let's see what these guys look when they shed out. If you guys have any comments, insights for me, because, you know, I'm not the know-it-all on this one. I'd love to hear it. Give me your insights on these snakes. Any advice on anything, feel free to put in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any videos from Muscle Serpents University. For now, I'm Dave Palumbo. I'm going to go play with my carpets. See you next time.